Hey, welcome back to the Virgo channel. My name is Laura. I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid. Roles can be reversed. Always interpret the message as it best resonates with you. If you're new to the channel, anything of any importance or relevance to the channel, you can find in the description box. And if you want to enter into winning a free reading with me, you need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and write the word of the video in your comment bar. The word of the video is always the underlining energy that tells us why everyone's doing what they do. And also know that I like to look at everything. So we don't just look at what goes on the surface, we do look at spiritual blocks, shadows, see how they play out as karmic themes within your experience that helps you to heal and shape shift the situation if it needs to be, which most of the time it does. Okay, let's see. Loneliness. Once again, I feel like the holiday. Your person celebrates Easter, but they're lonely because they're not going to be celebrating the holiday with anybody. Like they're going to be by themselves. And I feel like they're making changes in their life. I feel like they're making changes in their life, but I don't feel like you and this person haven't talked in a while. You are in the back of their mind, but I feel like this person is in a place of like healing. They're in a place of trying to figure out what they want. And so I feel like they just got out of a relationship or in the process of getting out of a relationship, and that relationship wasn't a good relationship. So um, being that situation's coming to an end, or if it wasn't a relationship, then it had to be like a business, it had to be something that this person doesn't really feel like they belong with that family anymore, doesn't really believe. So it's like they're by themselves, they're lonely. That's the underlining energy. Like I said, or this could be you. Take again the message as it best resonates. But we're gonna look and see what the hidden truths of what the person feels about you, even though they're lonely. I regret lying to you. So I do believe that, like I said, you're in separation. And for whatever reason, I feel like this person, like, was talking to you, and then a karmic came back into their life, and I feel like they dropped this connection and they went to the karmic, and it was a bad decision because that person kind of roped them back in just to kind of like hold them up, knew that they cared about someone, kind of didn't know who, but knew obviously like they were going to not be with them. So kind of like lured them back in for a little while, and your person kind of made a judgment call, and they were played. So even though your person kind of played you, they were played. I don't think that they meant to play you. I'm so attracted to you. I feel like they can't stop thinking about you. It's like, again, and the fact that at one time you were right there, you were, I feel like friends where this person could like pop in and out of your life if they want to. Now they know that they can't do that. I hope that you can forgive me one day. Yeah, because they made a decision, regardless of how they slice it. It's like your relationship with this person like was supposed to be. They know that it was supposed to be, and they also know what they did. And the problem is they're connected to this karmic person that either they have children with this person has some sort of power. So this has been going on for years. So it's almost like your person pretends that they live by themselves because emotionally they don't really get what they need from this person. However, the loyalty always goes to that person. And that is like how your person lied. Because when they came to you, they were like, I'm free and clear. They never said, well, I'm always going to feel responsible for this person. Like they didn't do that because no one would want to be with them. So this is the energy that I'm feeling right now. And the thing is, I feel like they are not attracted to the person that is the karmic, and the karmic hates that because your person strays a long time and has strayed a long time. I feel like however long this connection has been with them and the karmic, your person has always strayed. The issue is that they always go back to the karmic. They always feel responsible for the karmic. And so they've done this a few times. It's just you're someone that the karmic doesn't know who you are, but it's scaring the shit out of them because they used to be able to manipulate. They used to be able to play games. They used to be able to press buttons. They used to be able to get their way eventually. You know, they kind of act like have a temper tantrum to get what they want. It's almost like I feel like the karmic goes back into like temper tantrum mode. Like when they were growing up, that's the way that they learned how to get what they wanted. And so they do that with this person. So they no, like you're gonna give it to me, you're gonna give it to me, and you're such a horrible person, and how can you do this? Very manipulative, very like when that doesn't work, they pull in other people, they do everything to manipulate the environment, and they usually the person cowers down. You know, and now what it is your person's not cowering down. They're not coming towards you, but they're not cowering down either. And so yeah, this person, like they know that it's going to be a long journey, but they know they're like they want to come to you. They want to come to you. It's like because they're like, I know it's going to be a lot. And so I feel like part of them holding back now is that they know that they can't give 100%. They can't give 100% because they don't really want this person, this karmic, because the karmic will be someone that would go after you and to hurt them, because it almost seems like the karmic knows that your person doesn't want to be with them, but also knows how to manipulate them and will make them feel bad and will make them feel bad, like as in responsible. However, like your person doesn't mind cheating on them, like on an emotional level, gives this person nothing, nothing. So it really bothers the karmic that that this person is so attracted to you, and they know that they don't know that it's you, but they know that it's somebody because they're not getting their way. So it's freaking them out. And it's because it's like they're like, because they know at this point, it's like this is over. This is tired. This situation is tired. And everybody that's surrounding this person, your person and this karmic is tired of it too. They're like, this is like toxic. It's tired. It doesn't work. It hasn't worked in a long time. You keep trying to make it work. So it's like this karmic is like, no, it's going to work. And your person, like, I don't believe that they have a backbone. I believe that they were lured back in, possibly because of money, children, something that is irrelevant to that person, but your person, that karmic wanted you to think that your person like went back to someone important. They didn't. It's like they got manipulated back, and your person feels embarrassed that they were kind of tricked, that they were duped. Again, yeah. And so the thing is, it's like your person is so afraid that it's like that everyone's gonna like that everyone's talking about it, right? That it's being broadcasted because this karmic is getting out of hand. It's like trying to tell everybody and everybody, like trying to like really manipulate the environment because it's like they're really afraid. They know that this relationship is over. They know that it's over. Your person's never acted like this to them before. It's creating craziness. Everyone's talking about it. So whatever facade that they were able to carry on before, they're your person's like, I can't go back to like whatever that was. And I don't want to be with you. You know, I want to be with someone else. So they're caught up in this crazy little circus over here. And so your person doesn't really even have time to like really even think about you. I think that they do like check up on you through like social media or through friends or some sort of outlet. So it's like because they, like I said, their plan was to come back. Whatever you just clear to help me to shift too. So I feel like for a long time, like this person was afraid to come back. Is afraid to come back, obviously, because like, how are they going to explain it, And they know that they deserve whatever they hear. They don't want to hear it. They'd rather not like rehash it. However, um, they feel because like when you're a soulmate, when you're like it kind of doesn't matter what the person does. It's not that there really is unconditional love between you and this person where like you're like I'm really not happy in like how you handled this at all. I'm like don't like and like I have so many questions and there's so much of that, but at the end of the day they can feel like you're still connected to them and they never had a connection like that before. So it's helping them to like relax, to realize that if this is real, it's going to work out regardless. Now, it may be far-fetched that this person, and even a little delusional, but that's what they're holding on to. And they're holding on to that because they're like, I can't think about like being stuck here with that, with this karmic. It's not going to happen. Um, it's like our mission is to be unconditional love. Clearing our programming is necessary part of opening our hearts. So, like, part of your person, like clearing their programs, is programs believing that they're not worthy of love, because being connected to someone that's not happy, that person doesn't love themselves. And they can't possibly truly love your person because your person doesn't love them. And being in a connection with someone that doesn't love you over time makes you angry, makes you upset, makes you not feel good about yourself. And unless you really like who you are, you're not really capable of giving love. So your person actually is like, oh my God, like I fucking see the difference between you really don't love me. You just love like whatever it is that I'm doing here and need me to connect, and you just don't want me to be happy. But really, the karmic's like, no, I want you to love me, but I'll never admit that. It's like at this point because you always come up short. And then for them, they're like, I don't even want to deal with this. I'd rather be with this person, which is you. And it's because I feel like they just feel like that they're supposed to be with them. They just feel like a connection. And like again, and on some level, this person probably would never break away from that karmic if it wasn't that they could see the difference. Wait a minute, that this is really what unconditional love is. This is like some weird attachment that I'm doing for you that it's just weird. Like, and union is an energy, not physical construct. Even when we aren't together, I feel our union. And that's this person again feels like you're my person. Because I'm like, well, why now? And it's like, well, because you're my person. I just know it now. I like awaken to see the difference. And I see it because of how this karmic is acting crazy and wants to like control me and has like talked about me and has destroyed my life on every end, and to the point that I don't even have anywhere to go for Easter. Like I can't even go home to my own parents because of like what my life looks like is what I feel. And then it's I'm feeling controlled by people around me and I don't like it. It's pushing me to find my power. It's like, yeah, this karmic is like, because they're acting so crazy and pulling every single person in, trying to manipulate the environment. Your person is like, I see that you're being manipulative. Like you're not letting me have my life. You're not having like, it's like, this is weird. This has gotten to be like some weird obsession. Yeah, because by now the karmic expected like you were gonna be subservient. You were gonna go back to the way things always were. And that was, they could do that before they felt this energy. Like, even though we're not together, I still feel you. You're still a part of me. I'm still thinking about you, even though I'm going through all this shit. Are you at the forefront of my mind? Hell no, because it's like now I have to watch my environment and my life is falling apart. However, I definitely see the difference. And spirit is like, well, that's what it took. Because that karmic made for so long had kept this person in like a fog of believing that they were entitled, that they owed it to them. And so really when your person needed to learn how to love themselves, And so for the first time, they're choosing what they want, which is you, which is huge. So you may be like, I don't really like the way that he does understand this person like is not emotionally intelligent. If they were stuck to that karmic and that karmic was able to have them underneath that spell for as long as they were, this person's not emotionally intelligent. Please contact me. I may not respond, but knowing you care opens my heart. So it's again, this person doesn't even know what to say, but they're like, they're gonna come towards you. I just feel like they're like, I want to know for sure because I don't know if I can handle going through everything that I'm going through with this karma and then finding out that you don't want to have anything to do with me. It's like, and that's why I said they're not very emotionally intelligent. I watch you on social media and the internet is my way of staying close and finding things out. That's what I said before. When I let myself go deeper into thought of you, I can feel my heart opening. It's again, this person is again learning that they're deserving of love. I believe that the karmic made them believe that they weren't deserving of love because the person never loved them. And so they never treated them the way that they needed to be treated. So they might have a baby with this person. They might have, like whatever. This person, the karmic stapled themselves kind of like in this person's life. And your person felt responsible for a long time because she's like, or he was like, I like the way that it looks. The person felt like, again, I like the way that it looks. So it's like, this is how, like, what my life needs to look like. And if you're going to change that, it's going to create problems. So this person, like, would was able to manipulate all this time. I'm seeing synchronicities like your name or 111 and working out what they mean. It's again, they know on some level that the universe is guiding them back to you. They're afraid. They're afraid. So the universe actually is conspiring to bring this person back to you. It's that they're ashamed, they're nervous. I know the universe works in mysterious ways, but sometimes I judge the situation instead of surrender to it. It's like, yeah, sometimes they're like, what if you don't care about me? What if I'm supposed to stay with this person? What if this person is right? This person is not emotionally intelligent and they get up in their own head and then they think too much and then they sabotage themselves. So they, again, do not feel that they're deserving of love. They are making the choice again, but you can see how it's like, it's not clear cut. It's like they're battling with themselves. There are subconscious fears affecting our ability to attract love and abundance. The universe is helping us make them conscious so we can easily attract what we want, including each other. So, and that's what Spirit's saying. It's like they're working their way back, but it's not, they still have healing to do. And it's like I said, they wouldn't be making these changes, but they're changing their entire life. So for what's comfortable, to what, emotionally is going to fulfill this person. And I don't believe that they were ever allowed to like really live for what emotionally they wanted for a really long time, not without taking into consideration this other person. So obviously they could never give to anyone else. That your person never really cared about anyone else as much before, or no one else like it stayed like where they could be like, I could still feel you. I haven't talked to you. I haven't seen you. But I still feel you. And it's so powerful. It's more powerful than this. And it's actually shedding light on what I am connected to. And I don't really want to be connected to it. It's again, truth. It's bringing me to the truth. I mean, that was just flipped over. There's no accidents, no accidents at all. That's the person's like, it's like, it's as simple as that. It's like, yeah, like it's enough of the dishonor. It's enough of the dishonor. They see the truth. and they see, you know, the dishonor. They didn't see it before. They didn't have anything to compare it to. And that, I think, is what's making that karmic crazy, because they feel as if they took it too far. They only meant to like burn down like the bathroom, and they burnt down the entire house. That's kind of like, you know, what they took it to the extreme. They let their anger get so over the top that it allowed your person to like sit back and be like, this is not what I want to be involved in. This is not my life. You're very manipulative, and I'm entitled to love. And you know, this has been going on way too long. So I'm gonna see if, for those of you that want to have this person in your life, because what this is that this person is coming back, but not tomorrow. But I feel like when they come back, they'll be coming back with actually something to offer, where before they weren't ready. Look, constellation support, it's again, it's like that, it's again like coming in and offering something. It's again support of some sort. So a large amount to like, this person can be coming back in to like help you with your business. They can be coming in to help you, like if you just purchased a home, if you just like, they're really good with the earth elements. I feel like they're really going to help ground you. They're really going to so they're coming in at this time, like at that divine time. And this person knows that because they see signs and synchronicities, and they don't just know, they just feel it. And they've never navigated their life before, like through feeling. It's always been logical and linear, and that's possibly why they were connected to that karmic for as long as they were, because logically it made sense what the karmic was saying, but it doesn't matter. And so we ask Spirit, what other energy can we bring in at this time? Affirmation: I listen to myself and I acknowledge my needs. I assert myself and retain my power. I am brave and gentle. I don't have to be afraid of others. I respect myself and am respected by others. So I feel like for both of you, it's about not losing yourselves, right? It's like still like this person's not ready. So you still have to be like invested a lot in your own life, which you should be anyway. And then, you know, learning to love yourself allows you to like love someone else. And that's what I was saying before, like where you, when you affirm like what you want, and then you actually listen to the higher self, which is your intuition, and you're invested in your life, well, the universe always conspires to bring you everything that you need to help you along on your journey. But you have to put in enough time, because it's all about realizing that, again, relationships, and good relationships gives you freedom to become yourself. That person allows you to be emotionally vulnerable, and you need to again be that way to this person too. I mean, they have their process. They may not be as smart in this particular process as you would be, but I think that when it's unconditional love, we can find a place of finding our balance of, you know, I can let you be you without it triggering me, because I am giving myself enough. And that, and in those quiet moments when I tap in, I can still feel you. We're still connected. That love never, because it's a choice. And as long as you're keeping the channels clean, it's then it works. And I just feel like the karmic didn't do that. And it was, and possibly you've had relationships that were like that too. So you would understand. A lot of times spirit brings us people. We ask though, why would you attract a person like this into your life? Because relationships are all about healing. So you're like, I'm connected to someone that was connected to someone else, but it's not strong enough to get out of that relationship. It's finally getting out of that relationship because of me. But it's like, I don't really like the way, you know, like there's a lot of weirdness going on there. So we have to say, like, it's not just clear cut. Like This person's not just free to be in your life. There's actually a process. What was wrong with them before that they stayed connected to someone? Like, we have to ask those questions, like, why am I attracting a person like that in my life? Because there's always karmic theme, and that karmic theme will continue to play out, whether it's this relationship, another relationship. And so if it's a karmic cycle where you're like, well, it's actually now a karmic loop. Every time I go into a relationship, the same scenario plays out. It's the same story. It's just a different person. Well, that means you're in a karmic loop, and you need to understand why you're attracting that. In order to shape shift energy, you have to integrate a spiritual lesson. Otherwise, it'll keep on playing out. And that's what keeps us in this limited mindset of, I need to approach life from whatever perspective, which possibly worked once, but we can't approach life every single time the same exact way. We have to use our intuition. And in order for us to really be able to have to decipher, to really discern what is true and what is not, we have to come from the right balance within ourselves, love ourselves. So I see it as, it's still time like you don't love yourself enough. It's like this time is like you're getting the freedom to become yourself, to learn how to love yourself, and vice versa. And then it's again because it belittled. See, like again, growing up in an environment where you were told that you weren't enough, not good enough. So again, this is mirroring energy. Like goes to like, you're a mirror of who and what comes into your life. You might be like, yeah, but I feel good about myself right now. Understand that, so you actually ground the energy. That energy isn't integrated. Integration means that there's a whole body, mind, and spirit change, that the way that you perceive the situation is different. The way that you handle the situation is different, which means that you have to go through the situation again. That's how we learn. That's why we call, oh, it's a 5-year cycle, it's a 12-year cycle, it's an 8-year cycle. It's again where people go through the same types of experiences, which is what makes them really perceive that they can't have certain things. And the problem is then they navigate their life too much from a logical and analytical standpoint and not their heart. And then they get heart issues. So again, time and attention, meaning you didn't get the time and attention. And it's like you were made to feel small. So again, this person feels that way. They wouldn't be able to be manipulated by somebody that had a strong personality if they loved themselves. Remember, you might say, listen, I have to do X, Y, and Z for you, but I don't have to give you my life. This person is giving their life, like sacrificing their life, and they don't want to. They're like, I don't want this. Well, 2 came out, and let's just see what they are. So it's time for cleansing. Because I feel like even as a child, you were able to do that. It's a gift that you have to like be able to cleanse yourself. And I feel like you're able to transmute your own spiritual blocks. So like if someone did make you feel not good enough and didn't give time and attention, however, you've possibly healed a lot, but you haven't lived enough, is what Spirit's saying. So you don't really know. You'll know when different types of people come into your life. And then you'll able to, because it's about really connecting to source right now. And source is the higher self, and that's the God part of self. And that's again your gift. Again, you've always been able to cleanse yourself. So it doesn't mean that you won't be with this person, but I believe this person will come back differently, and you'll also demand a little bit more. And which is what would need to happen, because this person doesn't know. You'd have to teach them. And that it doesn't mean that there's not love there. People love differently. And Spirit tends to bring people into our life that teaches us what unconditional love is. They say opposites attract. It's not so much that opposites attract, it's that we tend to like what we perceive we don't have. So if you're someone that's really bubbly and friendly and nice and has a lot of friends and it's easy for you, then this person's like, I want my life to look like that. And they would feel that way if they're not emotionally intelligent. Now, you may be someone that's like, well, I'd like to be more business savvy, and this person's all logical and analytical. So, Spirit's way of saying is like, well, there's a reason why you're drawn to it. You feel like that doesn't work with inside of you, that you can't have that when you can. You're a divine being. So I'm going to teach you, and I'm going to teach you by bringing someone into your life that, has different strengths. But you'll see what unconditional love is because you won't be able to control it. You'll want to control it. It'll trigger you because it'll make you feel as if someone's maybe not honoring you or not whatever, but really Spirit says they couldn't awaken anything if it wasn't there. So I'm using this person to awaken things within inside of you that you're working on. And this person is going through a bit of their own karma as well as, needing to heal. And part of healing is changing their life, even though it's painful for them to have to do it. They're going to do it. And so that's why I'm saying relationships are all about giving us real good ones, anyone that are strong within intimacy. Let us be ourselves. We don't judge the other person's process. And that's really hard, especially if the person didn't treat us well and didn't, if we really love them, we can put ourselves in their shoes, is what Spirit is always saying. Like if it means something to you, you can put yourself in their shoes, but you also have to be able to discern, and you can do that if you're having a love affair with yourself and emotionally giving yourself what you need. Then you can see whether this person would be as fulfilling to be in your life when they come back, is what Spirit's saying, because they are going to come back. It's just probably not when you want them to come back, and also when you're probably over it. So, it'll be your choice. All right. I'm going to leave that there, Virgo. You let me know how you resonated with this. I'll talk to you soon.